Hi, Biffs.
Hey, Beth.
Dear Abby.
Dear Kiki.
Captain.
Red flag.
Cheers to you.
Desperate housewife.
Pinot Grigio.
Doesn't want to marry
Booster
you.
power.
Love you like
Look
I
for
love
more
you.
wine.
Don't talk to yourself.
Cheers, Biff.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Ill-advised.
Ill-advised. This is ill-advised. Hey, Biffs.
Hello.
Hello and welcome.
Welcome to Ill-Advised.
The podcast where two best friends tell you what to do when someone else already has.
When we're drinking.
With Rachel and Ellie.
Heyo.
Cheers.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome our special guest for our 100th episode.
Hey.
Wow.
Such
Isn't
an
that insane?
achievement.
Crazy.
It's
What
nuts.
percentage
And-
of podcasts actually make it to their 100th episode,
I
Ellie?
gotta look it up.
It's
very
Yeah,
small.
please.
Very small
Please,
percentage.
Pineapple Award winner,
It's
let
like-
us know.
Oh my god, thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
I'm pretty sure it's like 3%.
Really?
Yes.
Very, very,
Wow.
very small.
You guys are very
Oh.
special people.
And you know what's insane
I
is
know.
tonight
No,
we're
you
airing
guys are
our.
about to hit. Yes,
Yeah,
I was
tonight.
just going to call you out on that. Congratulations.
Thank
Well,
you.
also your 100th?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like meant to
No.
be. We did not schedule it this way. We didn't know it was going to be this way. But yeah, tonight.
Mhm.
That's so perfect.
It's hilarious, actually. I think it's great. It's
I think we're all
wonderful.
just meant to be.
It just
Isn't it?
makes perfect
Isn't it
sense.
Ironic.
Let's meet in the middle of the country somewhere where we're just going to hate everyone that lives there because they're so, regressive.
Lincoln, Nebraska.
They're
Yeah, we'll meet at Rachel's mom's house.
Well, let's go to my mom's house. I'll meet you guys there tomorrow night.
Shots fired.
If we all start driving
Shots
right now.
taken. That's so funny.
Yes, start
So if this is your first time listening to this podcast, Russell and that's Cheryl, and we're your banjo players. We're Universal, and we're joined by our wonderful friends Rachel and Ellie from the what is it?
The answer to
I had it at the
everything
tip of my tongue.
podcast.
The answer to everything. I was like, all you need to know. I know it's the answer to everything. Formerly Consent to Treat podcast.
Correct.
Yes, such a good one.
Now, talk me through this name change, please, because it is a big deal.
Mhm.
And I did realize that you guys did not mention it on the podcast, didn't address it. So what happened? What's going on there? Give us some info
Okay, so
if you want to.
Yeah, no, we've been making a lot of changes very quickly in the last few months, all for the better, all to make our episodes more digestible, more understandable, get what you need, get what we want to give you. In a very,
We had to figure some shit out.
we had to figure some shit out.
Like
Yeah.
we
were-
realized that we didn't even really know what our goal was.
What exactly are we doing?
Right.
And when it comes down to it, like if you really listen to every session with my clients, which in my podcast, you get to actually listen to sessions with my clients. And
And they're wonderful.
Love it.
thank you.
So brilliant.
And the commentary that I give you afterwards and the mental health tips, it always comes back to you. The answer is you, baby. The answer is
And I
you.
see that.
The answer is in
I saw that
you.
in your podcast title. I
Yes.
see it in the background. I
Yes.
was like, what is that? And I had
Yeah.
to step back a little bit because my eyes.
That's the point. That's exactly the point.
Exactly the point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's all
So-
murky on purpose.
But
Mhm.
we were throwing around ideas for weeks, and it's like, how do we get this concept across? Like, I'm literally giving you the answer to every single mental health issue. Like, how do we encapsulate
really
that?
are.
Mhm.
The answer to everything is it's you.
Yeah.
But we can't
what
say
works for
that.
you?
We can't have a podcast called The Answer to Everything Is You because people are going to be like, fuck you. I don't have any answers.
Asshole.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't have any answers.
Because people would say, well, if the answer is me, I would have figured it out already. I need you to tell me what the answer is.
Right.
So my job is to guide you to you.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
actually.
Well, actually,
Absolutely
you
perfect.
did that. You did exactly that. When you weren't distracting me, Rachel, you were actually giving me some valuable insight. And I'm going to call out a very specific episode, episode 80. And it was about fake apologies.
Oh,
And
Ezzy.
I happened
Mm.
for, yes.
Mhm.
And it was I don't know, Spotify bounces around episodes to play when you hit play, and it's, I don't know, it messes it up. I wasn't even on episode 80 anymore. I was like episode 90 something.
Okay.
But I hit play and I listened to it on the way here again because I wanted to call out the things that stood out to me on that specific episode. And it was, it literally played the day that I had this big monumental change in my life 2 weeks ago. And what I'll just say is I felt like that was written for me specifically because you called out Power Rangers, and I was a Power Ranger for Halloween. But also because that day I took back my power and I took my shit and I ran out of my situation. So
Really?
Literally. Like from one day to the other.
Wow.
So, and that was playing as I was driving my van to go get my stuff and just make my move. So it was perfect. It is doing exactly what you want it to do. I don't know how often you get to hear this, but thank you for what you're putting out there. Thank you for normalizing mental health and mental health awareness, mental health treatment, all of it. It's just, it is so, we've made such strides in bringing awareness to this, especially in our time, but it's still not enough.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh,
actually,
no, only because
it might be fact.
up against the entire
system,
capitalism, system of capitalism trying to keep us down and sad.
True.
Yeah.
It's true. But yeah, just thank you for what you do, and thank you for the message you put out there.
To me, it's such an honor to be the voice that you're hearing while that was happening for you and inside you and with you. Like, to be a small guest in that story is like, I can't even put words to that. I feel very, very, I don't know, blessed. My goal isn't to be that voice, but when I get to be that voice, wow.
Yeah, you were that little angel on my shoulder that said, "It's you, bitch. it's you, bitch. Take it.
Yeah.
Run, motherfucker.
Run." And I did. I got myself out of a situation where I was not happy and where things were less than stellar. And, it's been 2 weeks, but I am doing so much better.
You're okay?
Oh, I am surprised how okay I am.
Yeah, I actually told him that I'm proud of him for just all of it.
Wow.
So there's a little serious tidbit.
Wow.
Me too.
So
that's so cool
much.
that we get to be in Ray's ear.
Oh, all day long.
Distracting, just distracting and distracting and distracting.
I don't have to count reps when I'm listening to you guys. Absolutely not.
That video is so funny. Wait, I have to ask, was it a fake apology that you was the message, was there some, okay, let me think about what I'm trying to say.
I think I know what you're trying to say.
The message in that episode, was it about fake apologies or was it bigger than that for you?
Something else? Yeah.
It was both. It was regarding fake apologies, and the whole story. It was, and I'll tell you guys all about it after this when we're off air, but it was about accepting those fake apologies and making concessions and making those excuses for this person to it's okay. He's going to fix it. It's going to be fine. Everything's going to be okay. And then it's a repeating process. And then when I made the final decision to move on and to move forward, those apologies came back in HD. And it was just, I had to make that decision within myself to be like, okay, but this applies to every aspect of us. You get the gist already.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was just I was able to take back the part of me that I was fighting so hard to, be happy to
hang on to.
Yeah. That part where you think it's happiness that you're reaching for, but where you're really reaching, happiness is within your grasp. It's in the other direction, when you kind of hit those moments. So yes, thank you.
Wow,
and you are doing exactly what your goal is. You're much more business minded than We are, because we literally do this so that we have time together.
What
That's
a
our
cool
goal.
thing.
And whoever wants to listen can join in.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Goal
I
accomplished.
say cheers to all that.
Hey,
Cheers to all of that, everyone. Let's cheers.
Cheers to
and
being
then we'll
intentional
announce-
with your friendship. That's
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh,
badass.
amen to that.
Yes.
And
Yes.
how efficient and functional you guys are, that you're like, to spend time together, we're going to do a podcast. We're going to have fun. We're going to set aside the time every week. We're going to edit it. We're going to have a lot of fun. Like, that's so cool.
Yeah, we do that. We do have a lot of fun. This week we're all drinking the same thing.
my favorite.
I just don't know how to French. Do you know how to pronounce it?
We Googled it.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. I was
And
going to do the same
practiced.
thing and forgot.
Oh, we can school you on it.
Go ahead.
Well, now I'm losing confidence.
Ooh.
I mean, you're not going to get
It's-
judged by us.
we are
We
drinking
barely know English.
Veuve
Veuve
Clicquot.
Clicquot.
Veuve Clicquot. Veuve.
That's
Is
it.
that what Google taught you?
Veuve Clicquot.
Veuve Clicquot.
Veuve.
That's Veuve Clicquot.
Veuve Clicquot.
Let's see.
I was gonna say, can we do the Google Voice pronunciation?
Here it is.
Could you?
Are you ready?
We're ready.
Yeah.
Veuve Clicquot.
Clicquot.
Veuve Clicquot.
Okay.
Veuve Clicquot.
Is that correct?
Veuve. I'm slowing it
sounds
down.
like the English pronunciation.
Oh, that is the English. Okay. How do
Rachel,
French?
come on.
Clicquot.
Clicquot.
Veuve
Veuve
Clicquot.
Veuve
Veuve
Clicquot.
Clicquot.
Veuve Clicquot.
Veuve Clicquot.
Clicquot.
So here's the bottle. Of course, if our listeners don't know what this is, I don't know why they're listening to our podcast.
Literally,
but here it
that
is.
label makes me salivate. So, are you saying you guys decided to purchase this bottle without my help?
Yeah, without your input.
And you guys
We wanted
didn't
to
know this
celebrate.
is literally my favorite bottle of wine on the planet.
We didn't know. Now we know what to stock when you come visit us.
Veuve
Can't wait.
Clicquot.
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 I
yes.
just think it's hilarious
Veuve
that
Clicquot.
it's your favorite wine on the planet and you don't know
You
how to
can't
pronounce it.
We had to
You know
Google.
what? Fuck you.
I'm not going to give you a fake apology. I can't.
He's learning.
I'm learning. See, I listen. I'm only 3 episodes behind.
Wow.
But let's get to the thick of it.
Okay, let's do
We're
it.
going to have a little bit of fun.
Into the thick of it.
Yeah.
So instead of going to our advice columnists, we've decided that we were going to ask ChatGPT to give us some scenarios.
Oh, I'm going against
And
the
we
entire
did.
internet.
You
Listen,
are.
so we are just always so impressed with your advice that we were like, you know what? We need to hear, even if it's not realistic, situations, fake, fantasy,
I love this.
wild. We're like, we just need.
Yeah,
We
we need a
need to know.
professional take on the most absurd scenarios you've heard.
Yeah.
You're
Oh my
taking us
God,
into
that's
the
so
internet
fun.
jungle. Here we go.
AI
So we
needs
did this
mental
once
health
before.
support too.
Oh, it sure does. But we also asked it to provide responses on behalf of advice columnists.
Mhm.
So we're going to weigh up against ChatGPT.
Okay.
The prompts for getting the questions were create a reader question to an advice columnist, the Biffs, with an unrealistic, psychologically unsound scenario about any topic.
You bitches. Oh my God. This is so
And
fun.
for the response query was respond to this question like an advice columnist with professional credentials.
Mhm.
So we've done this
That's
once
my
before,
bitch.
and our scenarios were so ridiculous.
Oh my God.
We had things about magic and witchcraft. I was testing out the generator on Saturday with my son around, and I just asked it to, and I was speaking into my phone, of course, because for entertainment purposes, and told it to give me advice based on any scenario. And it's like, what about? And I was like, lesbians around a bonfire. And it was the most ridiculous question you've ever heard about, like conjuring unicorns and leaving your partner for said unicorn. It was so strange. So I just want you to prepare yourselves for what's coming.
I've been around a lesbian bonfire, and it's actually not that strange. It's kind of.
I was going to say, did you have unicorns?
I think if there was E, there might have been some unicorns. Okay. Our first question is called Struggling with an Alter Ego.
Also, we have not read these. So we
Actually, I have read the questions.
all of them?
Yes.
Oh, full
I need
disclosure.
to make sure they're okay.
Okay.
Bastard.
I cheated, so I'm letting you all answer.
Stephanie, the ladies haven't heard of this yet. Okay.
That's
Okay,
right.
so the rest of us.
Dear Biffs, I'm writing to you with a dilemma that's been haunting me for as long as I can remember. I have what I can only describe as an alter ego, an alternate personality that emerges from time to time. This alter ego, let's call them A, is drastically different from my usual self. A is confident, outgoing, and daring, while I'm reserved, introverted, and cautious. The issue isn't just the personality contrast, it's the lack of control I have over A's appearances. It's like I'm a spectacular to my own life when A takes over.
It's I'm a
These episodes.
I'm a spectacular.
spectator.
I'm a spectator.
I'm a
Sorry,
spectator.
I'm
Okay.
dyslexic.
I'm a spectator
Did I
to
not-
my own life.
Did I not give you a?
No, that we're
heads
just
up?
tracking. We're tracking, babe. Okay, so
No,
you're a spectator
thank
to
you
your
for
own
tracking.
life.
I appreciate it. I'm
When-
a spectacular to my own life when A takes over. These episodes are sporadic but intense, and I often find myself in situations I'd never willingly enter, ranging from harmless impromptu adventures to potentially risky encounters. I've never sought professional help because A hasn't caused any significant harm, but their presence is deeply unsettling. The dichotomy between these two personas leaves me feeling disconnected from myself. How do I reconcile these conflicting identities? Should I seek therapy? And if so, how can I explain this to a therapist without sounding like I'm fabricating some sort of split personality? I'm torn between accepting A as a part of who I am and wanting to regain complete control over my actions and decisions. Any guidance on how to navigate this complex and perplexing situation would be immensely appreciated. Thank you, struggling with an alter ego.
Wow, an AI generated all that?
That is insane.
Isn't that some shit?
I like it.
I mean, it's super relatable.
I
I feel
terrified.
I was going to say, I like it.
I feel like this can still fit a bunch of people, even though it is AI.
Oh,
Mhm.
for sure.
Do you see this? Have you ever been asked a question like this?
Yeah. So this is how most
Get it,
people
ladies.
with bipolar disorder show up.
I knew you were going to get clinical on us. Fucking love it.
My first question was, what disorder, if that's the proper word, does this sound or look like?
Let's call it disorder. Let's call it in order. I don't know. So most
I like your face, Ellie.
In
I made
order.
the same one.
Never heard that one.
here's the thing. I never heard. And does this person have a name? Did AI give us a name?
Just struggling with an alter ego is their sign
Can we
off.
give him a name? Benjamin.
Brittany.
Brittany.
Oh,
Benjamin. Oh,
Oh.
yeah, let's do Benjamin.
Benjamin.
Benjamin's way
Benjamin.
better. Brittany's way too realistic.
Brittany's the alter ego. Benjamin.
oh, what a
and
twist
Brittany
that
is
would
the alter
be.
ego.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
that's great because they
Oh.
did refer to them as them, not he or she.
Okay. Okay.
See, Benjamin and Brittany.
Very
So,
woke. Very
Benjamin is reaching out. So what's interesting is most people with bipolar disorder reach out because they have depressive episodes. Their manic episodes where Britney shows up, they're not complaining about that at all. They're like, I'm confident. I'm having conversations. I'm leaving my house. I'm having a great time. I'm like the life of the party. Life is great when Britney shows up.
Hence, no control over Brittany.
No control over Britney. But most people with bipolar disorder don't mind that unless they have like severe Britney, severe mania.
Mhm.
And like the cops get called and, you know,
They shave their head.
They're playing with knives. So you're on the same
trip
page I
wires
am.
in their driveway, stuff like that.
I'm a little bit confused between borderline and bipolar.
I get confused about that too. I was actually going to ask about borderline.
Okay, completely different. They both have bees, and I think that's why people get them. They put them in the same cubby hole.
We're such idiots.
They're so.
Yeah.
I just fought really hard not to snort or wheeze because that was very Moira. That was nicely done. So other than their similarities,
other than beginning with the letter B,
they also have vowels in them.
They do have some vowels in the lem. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Well, school us.
Yes, please.
Do we really want to talk about the difference between bipolar and borderline?
I feel like borderline is just not a like familiar one to like the general public, like people who aren't aware.
Bipolar is much more used. Yeah. I feel like the term
people
bipolar.
Throw bipolar around. They're like, "Oh my god, you're so moody. You're so bipolar." It's like that is not bipolar disorder.
So I feel like we have to explain it because if we don't know, I mean,
you've done a few episodes on borderline, and I'm
gonna go let the cat in.
See the differences, and it's just I guess I just still can't separate them. The only thing I can really think of is like you've got bipolar where you've got these extremes.
Oh, okay. I'll try to simplify it. There are personality disorders and there are mental health like issues, depression, anxiety. Bipolar disorder is actually not considered a personality disorder. Personality disorders are in a completely separate category. They are more deeply ingrained in a person, like beginning in childhood or from serious traumatic events. Okay. Borderline personality disorder belongs over there. Okay. Much more difficult to treat. Bipolar disorder belongs over here. We can, it's more treatable. There are different types of bipolar disorder, but the characteristics of bipolar disorder is we drop into times of depression, we come up into times of mania. Now, depending on what kind of bipolar disorder you have, it's a different length of time, blah, blah, blah. But depressive episodes are, I don't want to shower, I don't want to shave, I don't want to get out of bed, there's no hope. There's, like I don't want to do life. Sometimes it gets very dark, want to kill myself. Yeah. Mania is, I don't need to sleep. I'm going to fucking paint my house tonight. I'm going to go and I'm going to put all my savings on Red 5 and I'm going to win everything and I'm going to fuck everybody and I'm going to, it's like I can do anything and I can win everything and I'm on top of the world and like
without drugs.
Grandiosity.
Without drugs.
No drugs. Yeah. It's like an internal engine is like making a person just go, 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 go. So when people throw around like, oh my God, you're so bipolar, you're so moody. It's not moody. Yes. It's deep depressive episodes. It's extreme levels of mania. For periods of time. Yeah.
Not just like
we're talking
right now, I'm having a great day. Something happened and now I'm like
No. Now there's rapid cycling bipolar disorder, but that's very, very rare. And that's like up and down and up and down. And every day I'm like here and I'm there and I'm here. But we're talking like I'm gonna go skydiving. I can't get out of bed. I'm gonna drive my car 150 miles an hour down the freeway. I'm going to kill myself. Like, it's like extreme. It's not like I'm mad at you. I like you. I'm mad. We're not talking about that. Bipolar is very, extreme.
Well, and it's exactly what it's called too. It's not just like flipping sides. It's literally
polar opposites.
Polar opposites.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what would you classify this as?
Yeah, is this bipolar is AI?
Bipolar is where I went with this.
Wait, initially. What did we name the person?
Benjamin and Britney.
Benjamin and Britney. Yeah.
Borderline is a personality disorder, lack of personal awareness. Someone with bipolar disorder can see everything they're doing. Well, unless they're manic, they're really not aware. There's some psychosis going on there when you're in a serious manic episode. But like bipolar, they live their days in and out, constantly on high alert. Are you rejecting me? Are you turning me away?
This is borderline.
This is borderline personality disorder. Mm-hmm. Why aren't you caring for me? My emotions should be cared for. My feelings should be cared for. My thoughts should be cared for. I need you here for me. I'm like, there's this like needy pull on the people around them. It's very, very, very different from bipolar disorder.
Yeah.
Do they both stem from trauma? Like severe trauma?
Well, if you want to be a scientist about it,
I
guess
do.
it depends on the scientist.
I was going
We're
to ask
talking
Ellie,
to.
do you want to be a
Look
scientist
at me.
about it?
Yeah.
Studious.
From what I understand, bipolar results from a child who had to split their personalities.
Oh, to be safe.
So over here, I'm going to be like this. Over here, I can be like this. Over here, my uncle's taking me in the room and he's doing things to me. And then I have to go back out to Christmas and act like everything's okay. Like children who have had to learn to completely compartmentalize and do like a schism, right? Like there has to be a complete shift between us. Yes.
So when it's hereditary, is it those situations, because you're kind of predisposed to that, right?
Oh my
Am I
God.
correct
This
in
is
saying
our
that?
We just
episode
did
we
an
just
episode on
recorded.
this.
Because
You know what? Let's not ruin it.
No, not at all. This is really important.
yeah,
So-
because people say that all the time, right? Like I was just born into alcoholism. I'm just
Right.
born
Yeah.
as depressed. I'm just born anxious.
There's a trigger there, right? There's a switch that you flip. You've awakened it, right?
More and more,
Yeah.
we're learning that hereditary traits like don't exist. Like we're taught everything.
You heard that, right?
Like even our DNA can change over time. Like our physic, you know how DNA is that like helix?
Mm-hmm.
Like even that can change. We can change that over time.
Hereditary is not holding up anymore.
Yeah. Everything is taught
Ah.
pretty much. It's like you're born with
Wait, so what about like the chemical imbalances that play?
like birth
role in-
defects and stuff. Yeah, I mean that's a thing. But we can't really
or just like I had no disorders or anything for a lot of my life, and then trauma,
Mhm.
and now I have a chemical imbalance from trauma, and now I have bipolar or whatever it is.
exactly. That it's not a DNA thing. It's not a genetic thing. It's not something that was passed down to you. It was something that happened
That's
in your life. It was an experience that you had that changed you.
So even depression is not passed down.
Correct.
So is Benjamin and Brittany? So when you
Thank you,
said
Ellie.
when you when you said this about the question, the question, when you heard the question, did you immediately think bipolar disorder? Benjamin,
That was my
Brittany, A.
first. That was my first. Yeah.
So what's your
instinct.
advice for
So
them?
Benjamin's highs, he's named his highs Britney.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He gave this person a personality, gave this person a name. So this isn't like, this is beyond like schizophrenia, borderline, all of that. This is like my manic episodes are a pop star from the
Or
1990s.
multiple personality.
But also Benjamin is talking about I want to assimilate Britney into me. Like he actually says it, right? Like I want to
Right.
I want to bring her into me and make me a part of who I am, which to me indicates self-awareness. I can see when Britney is out there. I'm noticing when all this is happening and it feels good. I like her. It's not really just distressful, right? When Britney's out there doing her thing. I want Britney to be a part of me. So then it becomes like, remember that child who, okay, I have to be over here and I have to be over here. I have to be this and I have to be that. I have to be this. He wants to be everything.
Which
is
I can
beautiful.
relate to that. I feel like I can relate to that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I went to Rachel on last week sometime because I was really struggling with something. And this is the first time in almost a year and a half where I was like, Rachel, I need you to therapize me. I have to, like, my therapist didn't have any openings, so I have to sit on your blue couch and I need you like that, And so I went in and what was the work that we did called?
Oh, Gestalt. Like
Gestalt.
empty chair.
Gestalt work, where she's like, okay, picture yourself as an adult and speak to,
We called her Blazer Ellie.
I'm Blazer Ellie.
Blazer
'cause
Ellie,
she's
the
an adult.
She's
Yeah.
wearing a blazer.
And she's like,
Gotcha.
sit
What color
like
is this
her. Black,
blazer?
for sure.
Oh.
I have a smoky eye too.
Hot.
Stilettos.
Thank you. Oh,
Super
oh.
hot.
We were just talking about
Oh,
Britney.
So Blazer Ellie sits on the couch like this. Her legs are open. She's like talking to the teenager Ellie who's throwing a
It's not
tantrum.
that her legs are open, her feet are grounded on the floor. Her feet are planted.
Is she
It's not
manspreading?
that her legs
or
are
is
open,
she-
her feet are planted.
So we were doing gestalt work, right?
Yes.
Did I say that?
Gestalt.
Gestalt work. Okay, so anyways, long story short, Britney and Benjamin, right? There was Blazer Ellie, who was like in control, logical, and then there was teenager Ellie, who was throwing this tantrum, being really, really afraid, right? And I can totally relate with wanting to assimilate. And I said that on the big blue couch, like, when you asked, what does teenager Ellie need? My answer was, I need Blazer Ellie to be here for me more. So AI is spot on. But I don't know what that has to do with
So-
bipolar.
Yeah.
So is that what Ben wants Britney to not to take over, but to be there in those serious times? So the question is, how does Ben assimilate with Britney? Should I seek therapy? And if so, how can I explain this to a therapist without sounding like fabricating some sort of split personality?
Benjamin
Okay. So yeah, get a therapist who
or counselor.
or counselor who knows what the fuck they're talking about, especially when it comes to bipolar disorder, or maybe someone who specializes in multiple personality disorder, which is now called something else. I don't even know. Multiple. Well, it doesn't matter.
The computer's sitting on
because-
top of the DSM-5 book, so we have no
I
idea.
can't look it up right now. But someone who specializes in disorders they're going to hear Benjamin, and they're already going to know, Benjamin, you don't have to worry.
They're gonna know.
Like, yeah, it would be like going to the car mechanic and you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and you're worried you're going to not know what you're talking about. Well, yeah, because you're not supposed to know what you're talking about. The car mechanic is supposed to know what you're talking about. So if you just come and you show up as real, the person who specializes in what's going on is going to hear everything they need to hear, and they're going to know what's real. You don't have to worry about sounding like this or that.
Never.
Yeah.
If you have a good therapist or counselor, you should never worry about how you sound
Yeah.
because that means that you don't have a safe
Right.
person.
Just search out someone who knows about bipolar disorder, multiple personality disorder, which is, fuck is it called these days? The names of things. But
I think it's something identity.
yes. Identity.
Go ahead, Biff. You got this.
I
Use your teachings, girl. You got this. Reach deep down to the depths of whatever knowledge you've got and just pull it up.
It's not coming. The whole time
sorry,
I've been
did it?
trying to pull it out.
So sorry. It's not no rabbit in that hat.
Multiple identity.
Multiple identity.
Instead of split personality.
It would be like going to a bakery and being like, well, I only have sugar and flour and baking soda and salt, but I don't know but I'm worried that you're going to think that like I can only make, like cornbread. The baker knows, like,
Without cornmeal?
that.
I don't think you can make anything.
Oh, honey. See, like if you were to go to Ray would be like, oh, I'll tell you what you can make with those things, like
Here are
you
your
don't have-
options. This is
you don't
what-
have to worry
yes.
about that stuff. What's it?
Dissociative.
Dissociative identity disorder. Yes.
Oh, I
Oh,
did
DID.
know that.
I did a whole essay.
I knew
on
that.
DID.
Dissociative
know that.
identity disorder.
I was right. with
So rare.
Damn it.
Sheesh. So rare.
Have you
Do you
ever
want to
had
see what
one-
AI says?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, no,
So
go
wait.
ahead.
Okay.
No,
If you
go
could
ahead.
sum
we're
this up,
vested.
if you could sum this up in 2 sentences, what are you? Hold on.
Okay.
If you're going to sum this up in 2 sentences, what
Yeah.
would you tell Benjamin?
Benjamin, it sounds like Britney is not really causing you a lot of distress. In fact, you really want to assimilate with Britney. You like her traits. You like what she's bringing. I recommend that you find someone who specializes in this to help you assimilate and merge these parts of your personality together.
And don't worry about sounding dumb.
Don't worry about
Or
sounding dumb and
crazy.
find someone who knows what the fuck they're talking about. Okay. What does AI say?
That was a good answer.
Thanks.
Let's see. That was a good answer.
Mhm.
Dear struggling with an alter ego, I appreciate your courage in reaching out and sharing such a unique and challenging situation. While I'm not a licensed therapist, I can offer some general guidance that might help you navigate this complex issue. It's understandable that the presence of an alter ego, particularly one with such contrasting traits, can be unsettling. The fact that you feel like a spectator, not spectacular, spectator in your own life during these episodes suggests a level of dissociation that could benefit from professional evaluation. Considering the intensity and sporadic nature of these experiences, seeking the assistance of a licensed mental health professional such as a psychologist or psychiatrist would be a prudent step. When discussing this with a therapist, it's essential to be open and honest about your experiences. You need not worry about sounding as if you're fabricating a split personality. Therapists are trained to approach these situations with empathy and understanding. What are you, professional, Rachel? Get the fuck out of here.
She's a robot.
Therapists are trained to approach these situations with empathy and understanding. They can help you explore the underlying causes of these alter ego episodes, potentially uncovering any unresolved issues or psychological processes contributing to their emergence. Therapy can provide a safe space for self-discovery and understanding. It may assist you in reconciling the conflicting aspects of your identity, helping you regain a sense of control over your actions and decisions. Additionally, therapists can offer coping mechanisms and strategies to manage and integrate different facets of your personality.
She said it better.
You read this. She read it.
Yep.
That's what happened. She summarized.
She
Remember,
is
seeking
AI.
professional
There's
help
more?
is a positive and proactive step. Yes.
It's just like a
It's just
therapy,
repeating.
like commercial.
What this one is saying is like high five for going to therapy. That's the last paragraph. I wish you the best on your journey towards self-discovery and resolution. Sincerely, the four Biffs.
Didn't know there was 4 of us.
No, I just added that.
Oh,
Are we Biffs?
I didn't want to say just the
feel like
Biffs.
can we
That's just
be
not
Biff?
right.
We're Biff.
I don't think we should.
No, they're
Yeah,
the
you
Biffs.
guys are Biffs. That's why there's 4 of us.
Have you consulted Stephanie about this yet?
We're in the Biffs.
I don't need to.
Are you sure?
You don't need
She's in agreement. I thought I could read your mind already.
You
Can we
guys
talk
talk
about
about
being
it.
psychic?
Talk about it. and
Yeah,
get back
yeah,
to
yeah,
us.
yeah. Sleep on it. Sleep on
We
it.
could be like West Coast Biffs or something.
Oh, that's cool.
Or like WC Biffs.
What's WC?
West Coast Biffs.
Oh, what the fuck, Ray?
Weak Biffs. Whack Biffs.
Whack Biffs.
We're the whack
West Coast
Biffs.
Not whack. Whack.
West
W-E. West Coast,
Whack.
East Coast, West, East Coast.
Whack. Whack Biffs.
Wacka wacka.
Let's go to the next one. Next
Okay,
question.
wait, but Rachel definitely answered that better, huh?
No, Rachel nailed it.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
2 sentences is that whole like 45 paragraphs worth of content.
I feel like
Yeah.
that was
In a
a
better way,
billboard
too.
for therapy.
That was such a robot answer.
AI just was
It
like, you should
was.
go to therapy.
It was a great
You're all
question,
these
though.
That was a good, really, yeah. I feel like relatable, even though it was like bipolar. Like I could relate to that.
But I think it's very relatable, right? Like we each
Yeah.
have this part of us that like
We love.
comes out in certain situations.
Yes. How do we assimilate?
And we're like, wow, that feels
It
good.
may be like that all the time.
Yeah.
in that situation.
Right. Like without doing cocaine or like without drinking or without
Right.
with the sex or without the whatever. Like,
Yes.
is there any way I can get that into me? And if it's coming out, it's in us.
And or why do I keep
Mm-hmm.
having the down days?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like the same question you're saying. Or the other question would be, how do I avoid the down days and just stay Britney?
Yeah. Do you
Oh.
think Benjamin's not
Yeah.
really like paying attention to who, like, do you think Benjamin's not giving the recognition of who Benjamin is? Like, I just want to be like Britney, but he needs to honor
Who's Benjamin?
the Benjamin side of him.
Mm.
Yeah. Who is Benjamin?
Maybe
we need to
Benjamin
honor.
is sick of being Benjamin. Maybe Benjamin's sick of hiding Britney, and maybe that's it. And I think I can relate to that one a little bit more.
Yeah.
I hid my Britney. Now she's fabulous. Here she is.
I don't think Benny was hiding Britney.
No, it almost feels like, I don't know if it's necessarily the case. Of course, we were talking about AI, but maybe that's a way to kind of like codify it, you know, like somebody that I really want to bring to the surface, but I can't because of XYZ. Maybe my surroundings, or maybe I'm afraid to, or maybe I'm expected to act as such. You know, I wonder. Kind of writing in code. Yeah, no. All right.
Such a great question. Yeah.
Okay, this one's great. This one's my favorite question.
Okay.
This one's called The Curious Case of Competitive Toothbrushing. We ready?
Yep.
I'm so ready for this. You have no idea.
Same.
Dear Biffs, I know this might sound utterly bizarre, but I'm embroiled in a toothbrushing battle that's consuming my life. My partner and I have unwittingly turned our nightly dental hygiene ritual into a fierce competition. It all started innocently enough, just a playful race to see who could brush their teeth faster. But things escalated quickly. Now every night, it's a full-blown toothbrushing showdown, complete with strategies, mind games, and even attempts to sabotage each other's toothpaste tubes. Our bathroom has become a battleground, and the once peaceful act of brushing has turned into high-stakes competition. It's not just about speed anymore, it's about dominance. And the worst part is neither of us want, right? And the worst part is neither of us wants to back down for fear of admitting defeat. I can feel the tension building each evening as we eye each other with toothbrushes in hand, ready to commence this absurd ritual. I'm starting to worry about the toll this is taking on our relationship. How do I de-escalate this toothbrushing rivalry without making it seem like I've lost? Can we ever return to our normal Did you write this question? Can we ever return to our normal toothbrushing routine, or are we forever doomed to battle it out over our oral hygiene, desperately seeking a way out of this bizarre competition? Molar melee.
Molar what?
Melee.
That's a word I don't know.
Just a battle.
All out
Melee.
war.
Do clients come to you with this kind of shit?
I had
Maybe not specifically toothbrushing,
I
but
had a couple come to me, engaged. They had just moved in together, but they couldn't get their cats to become friends.
That's why they came to counseling?
Mm-hmm.
because it was creating friction in their relationship, right?
Yeah. The things couples will fight about. But here's the thing. You're not fighting about toothbrushes. You're fighting about something else. What are you really fighting about?
What are these toothbrushers fighting about?
Who's dominant? Who's in control? Who's right? Fuck.
Oh,
what else
shit.
are they fighting about?
Yep.
Are you telling me the only thing they're fighting about is the toothbrushing
Speed.
And the
Competition.
toothpaste tubes and
She's doing it again, guys.
Look.
Here she goes.
If you
Analyzing.
truly love another person, you have no desire to triumph over them in some victory. That is not love. That might be playfulness. That might be fun time, in which case it's easy to brush that aside and go fuck and go to sleep. But this person is so bent out of shape that they have to write in about it. You are not demonstrating actual love for another person. If I actually love you, I'm going to lose every time because I just love the way you look when you beat me at brushing your fucking teeth. I fucking love
But that's
you.
what this person exactly said too. It's like, how do I forfeit without looking like I lost?
That's deeper
You have
shit.
some internal work to do.
Mhm. That's deeper
If you are
shit.
so interested in losing a battle, you are not fit to be in a mature, loving relationship.
That's
Brilliant.
right.
So
Where does she come up with
I
this
think we
stuff?
said that in our last recording too. Something about like,
You're not
you
fighting
know,
them.
if you're not ready to handle, it wasn't the difficult times, but it was something that we came to together where it was like, if you're not ready to have these difficult conversations with your partner, you're not ready for a relationship.
Oh, yes.
That kind of dynamic. Because it's true. It's all about having those difficult discussions. Right. You know, you should be comfortable. You should be able to go to them with something. So that's when I read this question. I haven't read the answers. I'm going to put that out there. I haven't read any of the answers when they were generated, but I just read the questions. So when I read the question, that's what I first came to. You're fighting about something else.
You're fighting about something else.
So
For
how would you address this in counseling? What would you like? Let's say somebody is on, I wish you guys could, when you come and visit us and you guys sit on her big blue velvet couch. I mean,
we can go visit them too.
With their legs open or closed?
No,
well,
my
depends
feet will
if
be
you're
on the
blazer,
floor.
Ellie. Oh.
I was like, what are you asking about? I just connected it. Thank you,
If you're
for being
Blazer
better
Ellie,
than
you're
me.
like, woohoo!
I will
See,
be
they're
sure to
fighting
get
over
a Blazer.
toothbrushes, and I'm like, please be better than me.
Oh, is that where you go with
In
it?
lifelong
True love.
relationships.
True love.
Well, I just like, this is our true
We
love
root
over here.
for each other to win. We
Yeah.
don't compete.
That's love.
Yeah.
Honestly, when you get in a fight in a love relationship, what are you actually doing? You're fighting for someone to lose. So you're telling me you want the person that you love to lose. That's not love. That's not
Is that why
love.
when we disagree, we just like pick up? We don't even like just disagree on something. We say our piece,
Yeah.
like where we were
Yeah,
coming
we
from.
so
and then
quickly resolve
Yes,
it.
because
That is-
because you guys actually love each other.
Zero want to like hold a
Mhm.
grudge or to
that 40-year
continue
plan
to
is
be
getting
upset
way
with
too
you.
real. It's like it's gonna happen, isn't it?
Size
Wait,
7.
what's gonna
What?
happen?
We didn't hear that.
What's going to happen? Say it again.
We have a 40-year plan when neither of us is
Oh.
married. Yeah, that was so close.
Where are you guys
Although
at?
he refuses to buy me a ring.
Where are you guys at?
We're 36.
Oh,
36.
We've had this since we were like
You're
22.
no! You said when you're 40, that's going to happen. They
Yeah.
have 4 years.
If neither of us are in relationships by 40, we're just going to get
How
married.
fun
although
would that
he
be?
refuses to buy me a ring.
Oh.
He won't buy me
Because
a
he's
ring.
only 36.
I won't buy
I'm
her a
saying for
ring
our
at our 40-year plan.
When we
Yeah,
get married, he's not
because
even
it's
gonna buy me a
not.
ring.
Oh.
That's default. I lost.
I lost.
Are you going to buy him a ring?
Yes.
Oh, well.
I told her I'd get her one of the quarter bubble machines at the supermarket. She was
Oh,
totally
some
down
I
for
don't
that.
zinc
know if you should
oxide.
marry him when you're 40. I don't think
Hmm?
he's your guy.
Thank you. You're
I'm not
my
your guy.
No ring, no thing.
He's
I'm
an Adonis.
devastated.
I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you how I got this ring. Got me swallow it, sit down beside of me.
I need to keep that in.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Oh,
need
please,
your permission to keep that in.
please. I'm begging you. Somebody needs to see this. Okay. Send it to Cardi B.
So,
Megan Thee Stallion. I don't know.
yes.
I'm out here.
Oh, it was Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's both. So, okay, let's say
Um,
somebody sits across from you from the couch. All I want to know is the
Yeah.
first thing you shoot at them. They just said that all out loud to you. What's the first thing? You're in your black leather chair. You got your mug.
Mm-hmm.
You listened.
And your blazer.
Your blazer for sure.
For sure.
And these
Legs on the
gorgeous hoops. Yep. What do you say?
Stop it.
You say stop it to your client who's paying you money?
Sometimes that's what we need to hear,
It's true.
especially from like a professional.
What do you want me to say? How is this all making you feel? Let's talk about that for the next 25 minutes
Sometimes
and waste
you
your
just
money.
need to hear it. You need to.
You guys
Let's just
need
say
you guys
stop
need
it.
to stop this. What is this really about? You guys don't really love each other. Do you really want to love each other? Then I'll teach you how to love each other. But this is ridiculous. Stop it.
Don't waste my time.
Would you say that? You don't really love each other? There you go.
That's fair.
But that's maybe
Take it.
what sets me apart from the average
Yeah.
counselor. That's why not and that's
Well-
why not everyone loves me.
And that's okay.
Well, that's because
That's
they're
okay.
stupid.
Oh, two
That is
different
okay.
answers.
And they're stupid. It's okay, but they're stupid. It can be okay.
In the one of our like most recent episodes with Jasper, Rachel asks Jasper, how would you ask for sex if you could ask for sex? Because he can't ask for sex from his wife.
Is that 98?
Yeah, I think so. 98 or
I saw
99.
Jasper's
It is
name twice
98.
in a row.
It's 98.
Yeah, 98.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
second. Yeah.
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 And he
See, I
he
listen.
like he talk
You get
talks,
distracted.
and then you said you did a great
You're
job
gone,
avoiding
Melly.
my question.
Mhm.
And he was like, yep, I sure did.
Oh, I did listen to that one.
Uh-huh. Well, it was also episode like we're doing repeat
3.
episodes right now, so you probably heard that at some point. But yeah, and he was like, I like you because you call me out like that. And I feel like
Mhm.
you have to, as a therapist, counselor, it's like a fine line between like you're safe with me and also I'm going to call you out. I mean,
I think that's why I like my therapist a lot. I'm very excited to see him tomorrow
nice.
because he's going to be like, so you did do it. You did do what you said you
You
were going
did
to do.
the thing.
And you did follow through. Yeah. I'm stoked to see him
Gosh,
at
that's so
10 a.m.
exciting.
I know you better call me.
What's
right
his name?
I'll call you right after. Fred.
Fred.
I just want to
Fred,
point out
Fred
also
found
that
us.
Fred loves me.
He loves her. He's like, what does Stephanie have to say about this? And I tell him, he's like, I knew I liked her. I knew I liked her every time, every single time.
Like, you don't need me. Just go talk to Biff.
Pretty much.
Just pay
He's like,
Biff
so you'd rather pay me. She doesn't
I don't
take
get the
insurance.
same thing for free.
Let's get to the response on this one, shall
okay.
we?
Back to it.
We're recording a podcast.
This
I don't
is
know
the
if we
toothpaste
all
question.
remember.
And
More
you
Melee.
and you said
Stop.
here was your
Oh,
response.
my.
Stop it.
Stop that. Just stop.
Stop it. You don't love each
Stop
other.
it. You don't love
Mhm.
each other. Yeah.
Yep. Dear Molar Melee, thank you for reaching out with such a unique and lighthearted yet challenging situation. It's not every day that I encounter a toothbrushing rivalry of such epic
Oh.
proportions. While maintaining a sense of humor, it's important to address the underlying issue to ensure it doesn't negatively impact your relationship. First, recognize that healthy competition can be fun, but it's crucial to find a balance. Communicate openly with your partner about how the toothbrushing showdown has evolved and express your concerns about its impact on your relationship. Emphasize that your intention is not to win or lose. What I had to look up for this. What is happening?
We got bored with
Oh.
ChatGPT's answer.
Blah, blah, blah.
What was it saying?
Therapy.
Everything she
Oh.
said.
Everything you
Mhm.
said. Break the cycle of
Underlying
competition,
issues.
find common ground, incorporate a sense of shared responsibility. Best of luck resolving your molar mail.
If anyone told me that, yeah, for real, I'd be like, "You are not hearing me."
Like, I'm paying you for advice. Come on. What would you want to hear?
I was just going to say, out of all that, I would much rather hear, stop it.
Cut it out.
Because I'd be like, oh, you're right.
What are you doing? That's what I would actually like to hear. What are you doing?
Like, are you fucking serious?
What are you fucking
this
getting
real?
from
Mhm.
this?
Mm-hmm.
The answer is nothing. We're getting nothing from it. Except the rights to say, told you.
Which you don't do. That's not true
Congratulations.
love.
Like,
That's
really?
the whole point.
Did you just win there?
That's why sometimes it counts. Because you did win and it's not true love. Pick up what I'm putting down and let's run with it.
Okay.
You've demolished that bot for the second time.
Mm.
You schooled. I mean, what did we expect? Can we all be like, let's get real over here? We're not even getting a chance to give a response. We're just like, yeah, you're right.
We haven't even heard your responses yet.
Yeah.
What
What
would
would be your
don't
guys'
need to.
responses?
Right. Okay. On this next one, I
Well,
want to
so
hear
I did-
yours.
I-
You guys go first. You guys go first.
Mhm.
Okay. So, Biff, you go first. Are you ready?
Ready.
Yeah.
Okay. This one's called Invisible Friend or Paranormal Presence.
This is kooky.
Dear Biffs, this one's
Child.
kooky. I find myself in a situation that's beyond perplexing and somewhat ludicrous, to say the least. And it all started a few weeks ago when I decided to join an online community. There it is.
There's the
There she
verb.
is. I found her.
Hey, Brittany.
Veuve Clicquot.
There's the
Oh.
Veuve Clicquot. It all started a few weeks ago when I decided to join an online community dedicated to people who believe they have invisible friends. At first, I thought it would be a fun and quirky way to explore imagination and creativity. However, things took an unexpected turn. I began to sense a presence in my house, strange noises, objects moving inexplicably, and even shadowy figures out of the corner of my eye. Now, here's where it gets absurd. Oh, that's where it's going to get absurd.
It's already absurd.
It's not up there yet.
I can't shake off the feeling that my invisible friend from the online community has transcended the digital realm and become a full-blown paranormal entity haunting my home. I know how absurd this sounds, but I'm genuinely concerned. Could it be that I've inadvertently summoned a spectral being through the power of my imagination? Or is it merely my mind playing tricks on me due to spending too much time discussing invisible friends in a virtual space? How do I differentiate between a mischievous apparition and an overactive imagination? And most importantly, how can I politely ask my invisible friend to kindly return to the online realm without causing any spectral tantrums? Sincerely, Spectre of my imagination.
Steph is ready to go.
Go, Steph.
She's ready.
Oh my
Little
God.
mama,
I'm
go
not
off.
ready.
Here we go.
Okay. What would I say if you just told me that?
What would you say?
Where
Bro,
my
you
brain's
good?
at. That's where my brain's at. Okay. If my
Bro, you
friend
good? Are
just
you
told
good?
me.
Why
Did
did
you
you
call-
join the
did you-
online community?
Did you call the church?
Is it-
I don't. What'd you say to me?
I just wouldn't believe you.
I would just take this like not literally, and I'd be totally going to like DID,
The what?
The what?
to the dissociative.
Oh,
DID.
DID.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I
Or
just
borderline,
wouldn't believe
maybe.
you. I just.
That's why I would go there.
Yeah.
You guys would think each
I'd
other
be like,
was
there's
joking?
a logical
Or
explanation. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if we're gonna talk like legit supernatural terms and like sensing
there.
and stuff. I think we have enough between us. You know what I mean? In terms of like we know what we're each other's feeling. Like we can text each other and be like, "What's wrong?" And we're like, "Fuck you! I haven't even told you something was wrong yet." Like, so I think like because of that connection, we could probably empathize a little bit on the supernatural front. You know.
It's tricky for me because I'm like right on the fence of like, I don't know if I believe in ghosts and spirits and stuff, but I also have faith-based good and evil type of thing. So it's like, do you need therapy or is this something psychological? Like maybe there's ghosts, maybe it's a demon, or maybe you just need meds, you know? So it's like I don't know if I would believe somebody who was like, you know, I had this experience and whatever, or if I would just immediately go to like, hi, honey,
I
sorry.
I'm
Right, like, yeah, so, yeah, so I'm like,
Hi, Chiquita.
So first instinct would be you're joking.
I don't believe you.
I don't believe you.
right, like I don't know how to take you seriously.
Yeah, I think I would be there too. I'd be like, can you
like,
clarify?
listen, you have special talents, but
You
This
was
is not one
kind,
of them.
You was smart. You was out there.
right. But like now I think you might just need help. So yeah, I don't. But also I don't know that I don't believe in like spirits or angels and demons. So yeah, I'm perplexed.
Yeah.
But I'm also in school for psychology. So it's like
Yeah.
like my brain's like, we can't
Something's
be both.
wrong here, honey.
They don't match.
Yeah. I'd be reading between the lines.
Like
yeah.
maybe you're seeing ghosts or spirits, but maybe you have an underlying disorder.
Condition.
Condition.
Yes.
Thank you.
Or
Sure.
maybe we've called
Yeah.
seeing
You've got
ghosts
an
and spirits
underlying-
a condition when in actuality it's not.
Oh.
Right. My brain's like, we don't know. Was this like a one-time thing? You saw something at the corner of your eye and like,
What were you on?
right, were you drunk?
What were you
How much
on?
sleep did you get?
How much Veuve Clicquot did you take?
Veuve Clicquot.
Okay.
Was it flat?
Did you go to Mexico for some drugs?
That'll do it.
That was definitely a downer. So let's take cocaine out of the mix.
That's
So, your turn.
I would be like, babe, why did you go on an online forum for imaginary friends? Let's talk
Well, it
about
was for
that
entertainment
first.
purposes.
Oh, that was what it was. Oh,
He or she did address that, saying that they went on to kind of ignite some imagination and some. They didn't actually believe that was a thing. They just went on.
it's like a curious cat.
Explore imagination
To
and
explore
creativity.
imagination and creativity.
It's like online chat rooms. You're like, who the hell am I going to talk to? And then you go on and you're like, oh,
This one sounds fun.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm so curious what you would say. I mean, I would be like,
Wait, Ellie, what would you say?
no, Ellie, you need to
okay. And my friend is coming and telling me this.
go. Mm-hmm.
I would absolutely
best
be
friend.
like, what are they saying? First I would ask, why did you go there? And then now I realize they already said that.
I
The-
went to explore creativity
Right.
Explore imagination.
I think I would very much be like, what are they saying? I totally believe.
You want to know what the ghost is saying.
I want to know what the ghost is saying. I want to know what they're telling you. What do they look like? What are they wearing? What noises are they making? When are they coming? Are they touching you? Are there burn marks on your hand, on your skins? You know, I'm like, on your skin.
All of
your skins. Every fucking
When they touch you,
bro.
is there a mark still?
Yes.
Do their eyes glow in the night?
Under a black
that
light.
kind of thing. I have a lot more questions.
See, I didn't go that route. I am a believer in the supernatural, but I decided that I was going to take this psychological route on this one. So, you guys win because you're really talking about my truth.
I think honestly, yeah, if a friend came to me and said they are seeing things, I would have so many questions for them.
I'd be like, bitch, let's go get some books. We're going to summon this motherfucker right here and find out
break out the Ouija board.
Is it unfinished business, a good time, a romp in the sack, or does it just need a drink? I don't know.
That's where I'm at.
Figure it out. And then we're going to banish that bitch back to Timbuktu or where the fuck.
We're in this together. Let's figure it out.
That's right.
Who's this ghost? What do they have to say?
Rachel, give us the professional lowdown.
Please, somebody give us some professional advice here.
Okay.
She's like, speaking of medication from Mexico.
Antipsychotics.
Here you all go.
No. I think we are really pea-brained to think if that we know anything about the supernatural realm. Are there other dimensions? Are there other entities beyond what we can experience, like with our senses? I think we would be really small-minded to think that we've got it all locked in. If I can't see it, if I can't smell it, if I can't touch it, it doesn't exist.
Experiencing this,
right? That's really small-minded. So, is there
online dating?
Is there a possibility that what you're experiencing is absolutely valid and true and real? Yeah, let's not discredit that. However, babe, let's say I were to go into online dating. I'm glad you brought that up. Like online dating with the goal to find somebody just to fuck their brains out. I would find that person.
Love it.
Right? They would show up. That would easily become my reality. If I'm going on to this chat group to explore creativity and imagination
and excite myself,
that's what I'm going to find. That's what I'm going to find.
Interesting.
So that's my number one. Okay, you are looking for this. What you're focusing on, what you're looking for will become your reality. If you go into a situation looking for people to be mad at you all the time, you will find people mad at you all the time. If you go into a situation looking for people,
anticipating everybody's a fuckboy,
you will find all the fuckboys.
Your perception.
Hold on, I'm gonna go.
Or you'll find all the trash.
Bring on the fuckboys.
And this is,
I want that to be my perception. I'll take it.
And let me actualize that.
I'm going to manifest it. Bring them to me.
I'm going to manifest and I'm going to infest. It's going to be all good.
The word infest does not sit well with her.
It sure did.
Yes.
I had to say it. I had to do it. Is that moist or wet?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
I'm with Rachel. That was a little too much for me.
That was okay. You had a great point going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you're looking for, you will manifest. It will become your reality. So I'm just adding that into the equation. Am I discrediting the fact that maybe you're experiencing something supernatural? No, not at all. I would never be so small-minded to be like, yeah, that's not a ghost or that's not something supernatural. Come on. Yeah. How the fuck do I know? Who am I? Mm-hmm. I'm not God. I don't know. Mm-hmm. So maybe you are, but maybe you went into this looking for this. And so all the facts that you're gathering, you're adding up into this thing, right?
Which they brought up in the question.
Yeah.
Oh God. What did the robot say?
That part.
Wait, I don't think I'm done yet.
Oh, okay.
here's my suggestion. How about you lay off the internet? Let's give it 2 weeks. Just we're just going to take a break for 2 weeks and see if the supernatural activity stops.
Lay off, babe.
Just give it 2 weeks.
Pump the brakes.
I'm not saying you're making this up. I'm just saying
Call the exterminators for the
let's
infestation.
rule things out.
Kill it.
Let's fumigate,
Let's-
bitch.
Let's just rule it out.
See what
Lay it
happens. Does your guy go away?
If the guy goes away when you're not engaging in this, I'm inspiring my imagination to create supernatural activity, then we know that it's probably the internet and your activity with the internet.
Great point.
And if it doesn't go away,
You need
If it doesn't
supervision.
go away, let's talk about, well, what are you going to do with the supernatural presence? Does it feel okay? Does it not feel okay? Does it feel
The answer is you, babe.
like it's there to help you? Does it feel like it's there to hurt you? Is it something you live with, not live with? Do you want to talk to it? Do you want to engage with it? Do you want to, like, I don't know, move? Like, let's not be stupid. It exists, right? But we're not there yet. We need to rule. We
gotta
need to
figure it
rule out some other.
we got to
factors
troubleshoot.
first.
We got to troubleshoot.
Yeah, because your mind will fuck with you. We want to make sure your
Mhm.
mind's not fucking with you first.
uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. What
Sorry.
did the robot say?
Sorry.
No, we liked
That
that.
was good.
Yep,
Okay.
we're totally down for it. All right, this is lengthy, so let me know when you're ready for a paraphrase.
When we start going like,
You ready?
Yeah.
Dear specter of my imagination, I appreciate you reaching out with such a unique and challenging situation. While it may seem unconventional, I understand that the intersection of the digital and paranormal realms can be disconcerting. First and foremost, let me assure you that many people explore various online communities without encountering supernatural phenomena. However, your concerns are valid, and addressing them with care is essential. It's crucial to approach the situation with a balanced perspective. The strange occurrences you're experiencing can have various explanations, including psychological factors or environmental influences. Before jumping to conclusions about a paranormal presence, consider consulting with professionals such as a psychologist or even a paranormal investigator who can provide insights from different angles. Wow. Oh, there it is. I did look up specifically to look for that. However,
so
no one
big.
said paranormal investigator. And I you guys practice
no,
this?
never.
Mm-mm.
This is impromptu, 100%.
Do that often.
That was really cool.
But no one said paranormal investigator.
Yeah, because
I mean,
you always
I
find
feel
what
like
you're
I
looking
was
for
very
as Rachel
paranormal
pointed out.
investigatory. I wanted to investigate.
You did.
I wanted to ask the
You
questions.
did. But even
No, you
I
were
was
even
just being
Rachel
an
said, like,
bitch.
once you get
You're
past
right,
that, like, first
paranormal.
step,
Yeah,
I didn't get
you
any
just wanted
gear
the
out.
tea. You weren't like exactly. I relate. I just
Mhm.
want the details. I don't know if this is real or not, but I want the details.
I can clarify skimming this that it does veer toward the paranormal investigator.
It says so. The official advice from the
but-
robot is to get a paranormal investigator.
Or
Well,
a
there's
psychologist.
so hold on. As for your invisible friend, it's essential to establish healthy boundaries, politely communicate your feelings. So this is Rachel's second point. Like, okay, so if they're
Let's-
there, are you okay
Right.
with them
Let's
being
communicate
there?
with them.
Do you like them? If the paranormal activity persists and causes you distress, seeking the assistance of a paranormal investigator or a spiritual advisor may be beneficial. So
I never thought about
not
communicating
entirely out of the realm of the
with
second.
healthy boundaries and I statements and stuff.
Sure. Ouija
You
board.
You can be in
and
my home, but not past
I have
1
boundaries.
a.m.
You
Still.
cannot be
Scare
in
the
me.
shit
You
out
can
of
be
me.
around me, but you may not be in me.
Right.
Or you could be
Yeah.
in me,
Yeah.
but not.
Around me.
Yeah. Now we're
Around
having
me.
ghost sex.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's a
Preferably
disorder I
when
would
I'm
welcome.
asleep, so I can just be like, "Oh, it was a dream."
Right. There's this book called Does It Hurt? And
This already
Okay.
sounds
there's
so
some pretty
obscure.
sexy ghost stuff in there. Just saying, lighthouse, caves. There's some sexy stuff
Are we
about
removing the
it's
beans?
like the can of beans, but the beans
they
comes
cooked?
out kind of thing.
We're just gonna have to take your word for it.
Anytime.
That's it. You bested the
You
the
did.
AI
You
system. How do you
bested it.
feel?
Do you think I bested it?
For sure.
I
Oh, you sure did. But that's the whole point. the ludicrous scenarios, if you
Like
can
the
address them.
Happy 100th episode all around.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you. Thank you.
Same.
Thank
How does it feel
Congratulations.
for you
That's
guys?
so
Does it feel like an
exciting.
accomplishment or is
Yeah.
it just another day?
For me, it's another day.
For
But
me,
I also
it's more
can't-
editing.
Keep track of like, oh wait, really? I thought we were on like 74.
Yeah, it's. I think the last episode we did together was episode 70 or something like that. It was one of those milestone
No,
episodes.
absolutely.
It was 70 something. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I
Yep.
believe it was.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was 70. Literally, thank you so much for being here with us for 100 episodes. We love you. We appreciate you. And our listeners, we love you and appreciate you also. It's just, we couldn't imagine bringing this in without, it's just, I think
It's like
there's
full
something to be
circle.
said about 100 for us, 100 for you,
Perfect.
the chemistry, it's just been wonderful. Thank you so much for being
Thank
here.
you
Honored.
so much for having us.
Thank you.
This
So
is like
fun.
our
And I
dream,
know
our
they've heard
dream
it
collab.
before.
For sure. On the
Friendship
night.
plus we get to talk
It really
about
is.
psychological stuff.
Like,
And drink.
It's what we do. That's what we do.
And foolishness
All day
on
long.
top
It's
of it.
fun.
I mean,
It's fun
ChatGPT.
games. It's
Mhm.
alcohol. It's good mental health talk. It's seeing best friends that are
This
connected.
is
Everything.
Maintenance or care? Self-maintenance or
Self-being.
Wow.
We're self-being together.
Self-being.
Mm.
Oh,
Group
group being.
Group self-being.
But these people have listened to this podcast before. They're loyal listeners, but tell them where they can find you, please.
You can find me at the Answer to Everything podcast. You can find me on social media, The Answer to Everything, or Rachel Sievers, MS. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Also become a member on my Patreon and get exclusive content, extra videos, worksheets.
All of her social media videos categorized into one place.
Yeah.
So if you think that your
Oh.
coworker is a narcissist, you can go to the narcissist folder and
Let's
look up all the videos and
Mhm.
all the podcast episodes of
Yeah.
what a narcissist is, sounds like, does to you.
Mhm. But I think what's most special about the Patreon membership is every month we have a Zoom group call.
Yeah, that is the best part. Yeah. Group counseling.
It
Yeah.
is so great. You get to ask questions and hear from other people, and I lead the call and we discuss particular topics. I'm trying
And
to create a
And we
community.
drink too.
And you
That's
can drink
optional.
wine. And you can
Optional.
drink wine.
Mhm.
Yeah. Trying to create a community where people who maybe don't have access to counseling because of, all the reasons why people don't
Of
have
course.
For
access.
so many reasons.
Mhm.
You can get all the benefits of counseling. Listen to my podcast, watch my videos, join my membership on Patreon.
Ask questions. Yeah. All the things.
I think that's what I appreciate when you open your podcast, at least most recently, where it's like, I believe everyone
Mhm.
deserves access to
Yeah.
mental health therapy.
Because it's
counseling,
fucking
etc.
true.
Yeah.
It's so
And it's like
fucking
so
true.
hard.
I don't know why it's
so
still so
hard.
taboo, even though
Right,
being
Right. So hard for people to get mental health.
Even being as close as I am in this circle, I still have to pay my therapist a full $135 a session, which is not easy for me. It's a lot because
lot
she's
of
outside of my
money.
insurance, but she's worth it. Karen, love ya.
Yep.
But it's like everybody deserves the tools, access, and knowledge that counseling provides.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Talk about self-maintenance.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Like one of those, like they're so essential. And I don't know, where would we be without therapy right now? At
Fucked.
least
I don't
Not in the good way.
not me. Fucked is
Mhm.
right. And I don't want to imagine where I would be without being more self-aware. I think I'd be the miserable person I was
Mhm.
15 years ago. You
No
know what I
growth.
mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, it's like buying
Right.
into
just stuck in the
Mhm.
same
it's a perpetual
Delusion.
loop, perpetual misery.
chasing your tail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, thank you. Yeah. And you're on all of the podcasting
Correct. Yep.
platforms, right?
The Answer to Everything.
Wonderful.
podcast.
Everyone needs to give The Answer to Everything a listen and hate it, love it, learn something. Is that what it is?
That's OG.
Guaranteed.
We
Yeah.
haven't said that in a while because we didn't want to give listeners the option to hate it.
When I re-listened to episode
But if
80,
they hate
it was
it,
still
that
in
means
there.
they're still
True.
listening.
That's true. To our listeners, 100 episodes with us. You guys are fantastic. Thank
The
you so
best.
much for your patronage. For I don't know, Biff, take over.
Love and support.
Love and support. That's it. And you're beautiful, you're wonderful, and everything about you is absolutely wonderful, spectacular, and gorgeous.
You've been ill-advised.
Ill-Advised is hosted and produced by Stefani and Ray.
AKA your Biffs.
Send us your questions, your comments, all of your concerns
And your drink recommendations.
to illadvisedpodcast@gmail.com. You can catch up on all of our episodes and our show notes at illadvisedthepodcast.com.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Ill-Advised the Podcast. And don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe.
On Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music,